So for those of you who, which I guess everybody saw the message, but for the most part, Sil is out right now. She's out for this week and next week, which means that the meeting for the next time will be on the 14th and not on the 12th. So we'll deal with that when it comes around. But for the most part, that means that it's not going to be on a Saturday. It'll be on a Monday. If you guys have conflicts, please let us know as soon as possible so that we can adjust the meeting since we know it's off of our normal meeting schedule time. So that's number one. And we're going to go through discussing everything. We got a lot of stuff that we have to kind of enact, so we'll just kind of brush through it. First off is we have the Crimson Moon members who are in here, and we signed kind of like not signed, but we kind of enacted a sisterhood so that we can help people when they're in the vetting out process, have a place to go from House Sotha to Crimson Moon. I know we made an announcement on the House Sotha website, and they also have announcements up on their website as well. They use Engine, so it's really easy to link up with your account. They also run trials and stuff. I'm going to kind of let them have the floor so that they can talk a little bit more about what they're bringing to the table so that we can inform our members.
Okay. I'm Koru, or Jake from Crimson Moon, guild leader over there. We basically primarily focus on the vet side of the gameplay. We focus on vet PvE, and some of us focus on vet PvP. I'm one of those.
Joined your channel.
We've been trying to get a proper setup for Imperial City, and we're pretty down to help anyone in here who has any questions or needing help getting any completions on any of the PvE or vet PvP content. Our goal is to end up solidifying our power, so to speak, in vet PvP, and namely Azura Star, and pretty much just wrecking the crap out of everything.
Anyone have any questions? The people that are in here are officers of Crimson Moon, so they're also in House Sotha as well, so that if there's any type of conflicts or if somebody has questions, you guys can definitely refer them over. The rules basically are going to be any members that they send over to our TeamSpeak and to our group operate off of House Sotha rules, and then anybody who goes over to their side operates off of their rules. So there's no conflict in who's supposed to be behaving as how. It's whoever's TeamSpeak you're in, you follow their rules. And that's really important because I know a lot of people were a little more relaxed, and sometimes we've got some weird, crude humor. Might not necessarily be the same. So if you guys can help encourage them to just kind of, be nice. They're representing our guild outside of our guild type of thing. Especially in this relationship, they would be. Make sense?
Do I have to be nice?
Sometimes, Tally. I know it's hard.
I know. Oh.
Only as nice as I am.
So, yeah. So if you need a place for your vet PvP people to go, Azura Star is where to send them. Zach, I see you trying to say stuff, but I don't see it coming through. It's
all good.
There it is. Sort of. Is it possible for you to type whatever you were trying to say? Can anyone else hear him, or is it just me?
I can't hear him.
It won't let them speak. What? Did Solange change some sort of settings that won't allow them to speak?
Oh, is this working?
Now it's working, yeah.
Oh, you guys have it set so it's automatic push to talk, whereas most of our guild has it set to voice activation.
Gotcha.
Yeah, it's push to talk mandatory, just because that way we don't get background noise, because sometimes it gets pretty loud.
Yeah, so, no, I was just making fun of Jake. So I was saying that none of us are nice, and then Jake's like, well, you got me, and I was like, nope, none of us are nice.
Nice.
For the most part, that was pretty much what I wanted to call you guys in for, so if you guys wanted to pop back out.
Nice
I did
meeting you
have one
guys.
question. Was there anything that Crimson Moon was like expecting with house out of house Sotha to get out of us? Like they're helping us with our non-vet or with our vetting out. Were you guys thinking about joining us in non-vet PvP as well?
Some of our members might be. I know that I am. There's no password. Sorry, my wife was asking about
Oh,
your.
it's all good.
Is she up top there? Is that her? Andy?
No, Andy DD is not her. She's not switched over yet. She should be coming in right now. There she is.
Okay.
User was moved to your channel.
Not all of our people are interested in PvP one, and not all of our people are looking at getting involved into sub-vet PvP. I know that myself, I joined, and I do have non-vet characters, and I was gonna run them with you guys to essentially for support of this entire alliance.
Okay. Yeah, no, I was just curious about that. If we could be expecting more people like that, or more Crimson Moon members to be joining us in non-vet.
There will be some. How much I do not know, but we are letting everyone know that if they have the room and they want to join you guys and they want to run sub at PvP, they're more than able to. Vigo was one of the guys that we sent over already.
Okay. Well, yeah, the more the merrier, right? So that was all I was thinking.
Yeah. Our goal with this was when we were introduced to Aelin and some of the rest of the guys like Seafowl, was to just help out as much as we could, get them trained up and get them set up for running PvE. And then we found out that they did PvP, and that you guys had vets that vet level characters that may or may not want to get involved in vet PvP, and there's a bunch of us that are PvPers at heart. I come from Dark Age of Camelot, City of Heroes, Diablo 2, Rune, and that's all PvPs I did in there, especially with DAOC. So this type of combat is my end game. I only do the PvE stuff for my PvE players because, guild leader stuff. That's the only reason why I do it. Otherwise, I'd be in PvP every single day, all day. I wouldn't even give.
It's addicting. Everybody here can vouch for that.
So yeah, we want to help you guys out for when you do vet out, because unfortunately, you guys can't stay in sub-vet PvP all the time, unless you guys are into the habit of deleting your characters and re-rolling them once you fill up
That's
on 8
what
people.
most of us do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're like
I've done it
chronic
twice.
non-vets.
Yeah, we love non-vet.
Oh, I'm still new
It's
to
like-
the game, so
Yeah, I don't know why it's so addicting, but it is.
Yeah, so then we want to make sure that for those of you who do not want to delete characters and constantly have to do that you have a place to go. You have a group of players that you can rely on who are going to be able to take you through, and essentially just make sure that you're still having the same fun that you've been having.
Well, it sounds really great. I like the idea of it a lot. I know me personally, have been playing on my vet a lot more. So.
You've run with us a couple of times too in Crimson
Yeah, I
Moon.
have. Yeah, actually, I've run with you quite a few times. I actually have your team speak bookmarked. So.
Oh.
But yeah. No, I was just curious if you guys were interested in joining in on the non-vet side more, or if we were or how that would be working. But that sounds great to me personally.
Hopefully, it'll go both ways. How many of you guys coming over to us and how many of our guys going to you is entirely dependent on essentially the members,
Cool.
whether they want to do it or not.
Do, right?
Yeah, but for most part, providing them an outlet to be able to do that and something that's a trusted source, like a recommended source, is something that we wanted to provide.
And it goes a long ways. So yeah, I think it's a great idea.
For those of you that don't know, and I know Imperial Wolf had asked, they do trials on Saturdays. We start at noon Pacific Standard, which is 3 p.m. Eastern, and we do training trials, and then we do completion runs pretty much directly following that. And their signups are on their website, which I linked down in the chat so that you guys can either spread that around or make that known to other players who are asking about it. And the way that works basically is that they will take the people who sign up for the event first before they'll take last minute people. So it's kind of like it's guaranteeing you a spot at the event versus just kind of saying, I think I'll do trials today.
See, my problem with that is I'm either been up all night at that point or not, or just waking up.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, every time I come on, it's just like, you guys are just starting, and I'm like, wow, I guess I'm running PvP again today.
If we start getting to the point where there are more people who want to do it at, like, let's say later at night, there's the possibility of working with our group to adjust and do a second run of trials in the middle of the week. That's
would be-
also
Yeah.
been part of the discussion.
That would be, yeah.
Alan,
Also,
if I may pitch in too.
I'm going to be trying to, this is Zach, by the way. I'm going to be trying to assist in running more trials during the weekdays because my work has me working on the weekends. So trying to get more people together to do it in the evenings, afternoons of the weekdays.
Go ahead, Jonta.
The other thing too is, yes, our first runs we start setting up at noon. However, we tend to do a couple of them sequentially. And then after we do the training runs, then we also go for the completion runs as well. So it's a series of runs that start at noon, not necessarily noon is the only one that we run. Just FYI.
And
Okay.
like everyone else has said, we're looking at trying to get some more runs during the week. It's dependent on members and on our officers as well to make sure that we have the support to do it. As soon as we do,
Well-
then we're more than willing to do it at different times rather than just on Saturday.
Well, I know I've heard a lot of people in our team speaks vetting out their characters just so that we can start getting into. They want to join us in the end game stuff because a lot of people have been moving into it. So I think there will be some people that want to try out the trials and whatnot. Because I mean they're pretty sweet, and I speak from like I've done it with you guys before and stuff. So like I know it's pretty. It's a good time.
Thank you. We appreciate that.
Wolf, Imperial Wolf, we're getting to that. That's on the list. So anything else for Crimson Moon before I let them go?
Well, there's one thing I did want to say. Recently, I've actually started doing a little bit of crafting for some of your guys, and I wanted to make sure you guys all know if you do need anything, since we are aligned, I'm more than willing to do any type of crafting you guys need as well. The only thing I ask, if you're wanting purple and gold upgraded stuff, if you can provide those mats. Otherwise, I can take care of you guys up till blue using all of our other materials. We have plenty of materials to do that.
That's awesome.
Yes, very much. Yeah, thank you very much.
Please
Yeah.
keep in mind too, though, if he starts getting an influx of them, there may be an influx of requests. We do
goes
still
up-
want to play, so at the same time, just have patience. Know that he's going to be in communications with you guys and give you an idea as to when he'll have that available.
Yeah, I mean, for the guys who are in both guilds, I will be able to do purple for them because I provide purple for the Crimson Moon guys. That's not a plug for you guys to join just so you can get purple, but it's the way that we can have to limit how much materials we're bleeding out, because I do not charge Crimson Moon members at all, and I don't feel right about charging you guys when we're supposed to be doing an alliance. But it takes me 4 purples per item. So if you guys want that set up, that's fine. On our website, we also have a request sheet for gear crafting. So if you want to apply to our website, just so you can submit any type of orders or whatnot, if you can't get a hold of me in game, or if you don't know who I am, in-house Sotha, then feel free to do that. And Zach wanted me to say, Zach Raya is also a master crafter, including the Nern, so you can hit him up as well, and he will do the same that I'm doing. So that's free to blue, and then just provide your own materials for purple up.
Well,
And
thank
that's
you very
just
much.
the
That's
upgrade
awesome.
materials. Nothing else. We got everything else.
Very cool.
And with the Nern, supply the Nern too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nern's kind of that's rough on everyone if you want
Right.
Nern. But
Yeah.
the nine trait, most of us can do 9 trait. So
I'm also getting close to 9 trade in pretty much anything, so I can also help you out. This is Zertle, by the way.
Well, I know that's an issue that a lot of people run into is crafting. So thank you for that offer. That's great.
Nicole can do enchanting. We have a couple of potion crafters as well, so it's not that we're more than willing to do it. Since I'm not an alchemist, I can't tell you what materials they would like you to provide. I will say this with the enchantment. Nicole Jonta, who's in here right now, she will probably be saying the same thing I am. They can provide up to blue enchantments for you for free, but the purple and the gold, they are pretty rare.
Anyway, feel free to utilize them as to beef up your characters as needed for whatever you need.
We're willing to talk builds, help you out with PvE DPS, help you out with vet PvP, burst setups or CC suggestions, all types of stuff. Champion point loadouts.
They're
all 9
also
yards.
pretty versed on the Imperial City as well, so if you're having trouble or if you're stuck trying to adapt to the changes that are coming on Monday, feel free to hit them up.
Oh shit, that is Monday.
I've been living in Imperial City at least 2 hours a day for the last month, so theory crafting, all types of stuff. So if you need anything, just hit us up.
Very cool. Well, thank you guys. Thank you for coming in and meeting us.
Not a problem.
Thanks for
Yeah,
having
thanks,
us.
guys.
Yeah.
I look forward
Nice
to
meeting
teaming
ya.
with you all too.
You'll be seeing me soon.
Awesome.
On the 40 noon.
All right, second bit on our agenda
User
is
disconnected
we need to
from your
discuss
channel.
the Guild
User
Tabard.
disconnected from your channel.
It's been
User
brought up that
disconnected
they want to
from your
change
channel.
the symbol from the white symbol on the center to a gold symbol to match most of the color schemes that everybody's running with on their
User
armor.
disconnected from your
Yay,
channel.
all in favor? Nay, all
User
against it?
disconnected from your
Reasons?
channel.
I don't really wear it anyway, so.
I don't really see a big difference in it.
Is there
I
anybody
can't
who's
even-
against it?
Doesn't look like it.
Okay, then I'm gonna go ahead and put yay. Okay, adopting the zero tolerance rule. As with many guilds, there's a zero tolerance drama rule. She wants to be able to enforce the rule immediately. If we read through the system very quickly, it doesn't look like there's a lot that we're going to enforce as far as zero, to determine what zero tolerance is. You guys all know basically like when shit gets out of hand. I know that we were trying to like quell the anger at this point. We're going to have to just start kicking. So just start kicking and banning users who are causing too much drama, who are going against the grain, and who are being incredibly difficult. We don't have time to work with everybody. So everybody understand feelings at all? Have you guys felt an influx of drama lately?
Well, I don't know, just the normal stuff. People getting excited, tempers getting up there, but nothing more
Okay.
that I've noticed personally.
Yeah,
Care
I
about
mean,
it more than I experience it myself.
I would say what she's saying is for TS in most cases, if one or more users, no matter the rank, are causing drama in TS, please please make them aware that they're causing drama. Warn them first, and if they don't stop, then separate the TS channel and calmly talk to them about it. And if they still don't stop, kick them, ban them temporarily from the TS. For minor drama, have 24 hours, and be sure to put in the reason for your ban. Use your best judgment. If someone is banned, please post about it in the admin forum for documentation purposes. So
Define drama.
Because
Because I mean, like, anything that upsets somebody. I mean, but like the thing is that anybody could say something that upsets.
You know, I mean, you know
Advertently
what the
or
drama is.
inadvertently.
When people are obviously upset by something, like for instance, I know there was an incident the other day between Grace and somebody else, and there was a lot of kind of name calling back and forth at that point. If somebody else were in there, it would have been the moment to separate them because it can only get higher and heated from there, and it might have gotten worse. In which case, you have to do the whole like calm your tits. So, and then if it got worse, like if somebody got offended and then somebody decided to start taking it out on people and stuff, that would be the point in time where you could start kicking them.
Okie doke.
So, you guys are pretty good at but judgment. I don't think there should be an issue at all. For in-game cases, when members are causing drama in Blackwater Blade Zone or in guild chat, since we're a very big presence in Blackwater Blade, she doesn't want any House Sotha members causing drama in there either. Please whisper them and respectively tell them that they're causing drama and House Sotha has a zero drama policy. If they do not stop, make a report about it in the admin forums or to a Hand of Sotha or Syl, and we'll take it from there. So, basically, give them the warning. If I could please request that you guys take screenshots so that there's something to back up your case of saying like, oh, I warned him. I want to see the evidence of the warning, and I also want to see what they're saying in zone chat, because I know that a lot of the times like stuff in zone chat could be sarcastic, and it would be very evident to somebody that it's sarcastic, but somebody else who's got like a stick up their ass would be like, that's offensive. So context is very important, so screen captures are your best friend. So that's for in-game purposes when they're not in TeamSpeak. She's also saying don't abuse your TeamSpeak powers. Recently it's become a game to move and kick users and change frequently use channel names for no good reason. If you do not have a productive reason to use your moderation powers, don't use them. Do not use them to kick someone you simply don't like. This kind of behavior is not tolerated. You will have your white dragon removed, with possible removal from the tribunal ranks. If you have an issue with someone, sit down and talk to them privately or tell me about it, and I will hold your hands and sit both of you down together. So, I have not been in TS to notice this, although I have noticed it when I come in or when I'm in the AFK channel and I look over to see how everything's doing, that names of channels are changed kind of to be crazy stuff. Like, there's one right now that's Payday number 2. So try and keep the chaos to a minimum. Oh, okay, Payday is a game.
Yeah,
Fine.
it's a bank heisting game.
But either way, like when you guys change channels to be like, it's something ridiculous, I don't know. Just don't just be reasonable with your changing of names and stuff. And police the other people if they do it. So that's the zero tolerance policy. Anybody questions on that?
What if it's just a group of friends trolling each other?
Dante, honey, I can't hear you.
A group of friends trolling each other.
Well,
Don't
you're an
worry.
officer now, so you have to make sure that you mitigate that. This is a TeamSpeak for like everybody, and it's not just like a monkey bars like playground.
Yeah.
So
The fierce.
TeamSpeak side notes. There are new TeamSpeak icons. There are a lot of them. Members ranked Adept and higher are allowed to give themselves these tags by right-clicking their name and selecting the tag Set Server Group. They are just meant for fun and to help us get to know each other a little bit better, in my opinion. Remember that they are for Adept and higher. Guests and auxiliaries do not have this option. Please do not just give them out. No exceptions. I want to give people more incentive to rank up. I gave our TS guests a cute little pug icon. Please make sure everyone knows that pug is not an insult. It's just another way to say pickup group, which is basically EMP members. They have the option to rank themselves up in the guild and get rid of that icon. Have an icon request? Comment here. Preferably link an icon too. It needs to be 16 by 16.
That icon was brought up because of me, because I wanted a pug next to my name, because I am multicultural, and I wanted like a dog.
Multicultural.
Dude, I'm mixed.
We can still
Whatever,
place you
Dante.
in the pug group if you need.
If you want the pug that bad.
If you want the pug that bad, you can have it. Anyway,
He's multicultural, guys.
go
Give him
ahead
the
and
pug.
put down your little TeamSpeak icon needs.
I have enough.
And then also, if you catch people just abusing the icons, please report it. Just abuse in general of people just dicking around. Any questions on the icons? Okay. Tribunal meetings required. In the mail I sent out to everyone and stated that the tribunal meetings are now required of tribunal rank members. In real life, always take priority, but do not leave us hanging without properly informing us that you will not be able to make it. If you are to miss 2 tribunal meetings without first informing us, you will be demoted for inactivity. If you have something to do and you can't make the meeting, please send in a mail addressed to Sil, Aylin, and Audrey on the site saying you cannot make it, no questions asked. So at that point, then the only person who really informed me was Wolfclaw. He was the only one who was able to say anything. I know everybody's here, so it's not a big deal, but for the officers that you typically play with that aren't here, you may want to go ahead and let them know that this is a rule starting as of this meeting. So since she said it prior to the meeting, there really was no excuse. So please, if you want to keep your rank and you don't want to be kicked for inactivity, please let us know. You don't have to tell us what you're doing, you just have to tell us that you won't be there. So, and that's about it.
Quick question, will Audrey actually be on Elder Scrolls these days?
I have no bloody idea.
I
And
honestly
she
haven't
didn't
seen a
inform
lot
us.
of people in
She
here.
did not inform us that she was not going to be here, in which case I will be reporting that to Solandra as well.
Ooh. Ice cold.
I'm not ice cold, I'm following the rules.
Yeah, I know. You fucking narc.
Oh, Grace is calling her out.
I mean,
Are there other questions? Any feelings on this? Do you feel that the sentence is too harsh or not harsh enough?
No, I don't.
no.
I just think it should be enforced
if all you have
for...
to do is let them know that you're not going to be there, that's easy enough
It's
to
not that
still
hard.
message.
Yeah.
So
I know it might be a novel concept, but apparently it is quite difficult for about half the officers.
Oh, trust me, I know. I was at the one like last week, and there was like 5 people or 6 people there at the beginning. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Okay, so that's that one. PvP Bootcamp. Several of you have not hosted a PvP Bootcamp this month. This is the reason why Tribunal members are required to host PvP Bootcamps once a month, because Tribunal members are expected to be active members of House Sotha. Those who do not host a PvP Bootcamp in September will be demoted for inactivity. If you have any comments or concerns, please mail Solandra directly on the website. So it looks like we have a couple of people signed up for August 10th and the 18th and 24th. I don't know why she has August up.
Maybe.
Oh, I have. Oh, for the who showed up. Okay. I see what she did there. So I hosted on the 24th.
With the boot camps, is that something we'll be able to go to on the forums and just sign our names and let people
Yeah,
know
we
we'll
can.
be there?
If we can set up a forum for that in our
How?
officers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's easier for you guys to keep track of? Do you like the forum boards? Do you like them? We decide in the tribunal meetings.
The tribunal meetings might be better because there are some people who don't even go onto Sotha though.
Yeah.
Are you talking about me?
I wasn't gonna say any names,
Yeah, you were
but yeah,
thinking
I
it,
was.
But yes, you.
I wasn't gonna say any names.
If we can put like the announcements maybe in the guild announcements, like actually in game, then I'll definitely be able to stay up to date on any meetings or whatnot. But I don't go on Sotha books, so
Yeah, I know. I think we can do that. I don't see why not. Because I know that a lot of people are more frequent on the game. Would it help if we sent out mail?
no, because I rapidly take the attachments from my mail and I delete them without looking.
Okay. What if instead of on the message of the day, because I already don't like how cluttered that is, what if we put it in background information?
That's fine. Just put it somewhere,
Yeah.
somewhere at the bottom, like tribunal meeting, and then the date.
Okay.
I mean, it'll only be
tribunal
relevant to
meeting's the
us, so
same
we'll
day.
know what it's about.
The tribunal meeting's usually the same day same time every other week.
Well,
Saturday.
there
this
are
time.
some times, like one week we had it on a Monday, and apparently this next week we're having it on a Monday.
Yeah, exactly. So good. Sorry.
Oh, apparently background information is limited on Shit. Alright. I guess it's going in the message of the day.
Do you have Twitter? Twitter is a really good way because what you can do is subscribe to a specific Twitter and you will always get a notification on any update.
I put it at the background information. I just put it in there so that you guys can just open it up and see. It's not going to supply an update. But we will be able to put in. You'll see. I think we could. You know what? We could probably put it in with all of the notes, like for the upcoming events. If we change the upcoming events around and then have the tribunal meeting listed, that seems like a reasonable idea. I guess it really depends on, do we care if the guildies who are not tribunal members know when we're having our meetings? Like, I mean, I know
It
it's
doesn't
obvious
matter.
because we all disappear.
Yeah, and a lot of us, yeah.
I don't think it really matters since we're in a locked room.
Yeah.
Is Twitter a bad idea?
I thought you were joking about that.
No, I'm not. Twitter is like the
It would
perfect way
probably be nice, like an easy way to just like stay updated on stuff. But
Twitter, I do not use
I don't
Twitter
even
to follow
there's
friends.
a lot of
yeah,
people that don't
yeah, that's the other
use it.
problem. Is a lot of people don't use Twitter.
Yeah, it's really good for keeping up to date with like business and certain things like that. That's what it's really good for. But following friends is probably one of the most annoying things you can do if you follow too many friends on Twitter. But
Oh, and
other
then
than that, it's very useful.
what days are the boot camps usually held?
Well,
The day
it
before.
varies.
End of campaigns.
Yeah,
the day
typically
before
it's
the
at the end of the
campaign
campaign.
Okay.
Sorry? Yeah.
It's about once every 5 days, so
Once
we
every
can
5 days.
so that we can vary like what day it shows up on. So that it's not always Monday night in case somebody can't make Monday nights. You know, it just changes from time to time. So the next one should be.
Tomorrow.
Anybody know when this campaign ends? Tomorrow?
Next
One
one should
day
be
and 6
tomorrow,
hours.
Okay. So we're gonna have to do the next one tomorrow.
Wait, tomorrow's the day it flips?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
it'll
today's
be
the day
at 2 in the morning.
we're supposed to be doing the campaign or that today.
No, I think it's actually it's like an entire day from now.
Well, yeah,
Yeah, it's like-
we were trying to do it the day before the campaign flips now, so we stop having the issue of people that
We can
were
still
coming
we can
into.
still do it tomorrow if anybody wants to do one like in
You
the
can do it
daytime.
early. Yeah, you can do it
Yeah.
early.
Because if we
Like,
do
Yeah,
it
I was gonna say,
right
I
when the
could also
campaign
like
ends, it's going to be at 2 in the
daytime
morning.
one if we do it tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we can just start advertising it for it in the guild chat now.
It's a weekend
Alright.
too, so we usually have some more people online during the
And this will
daytime.
be good because it'll be right before Cyrodiil, so if you guys can be sure to include Cyrodiil information in there, so that
And
they
I'll be
know.
happy to help host it.
Well,
I've got some homework to do tomorrow. But
Do we have
Same
any
here.
people that haven't hosted one yet that
I have not hosted one.
have
Yeah, I haven't.
experience in the Imperial City?
I do not have any experience in the Imperial City.
Worth a shot.
Speaking of which, the campaign will reset on August 31st. Again.
That's probably when the update comes out too.
That's right.
I gotta do my hair.
So, okay, so for tomorrow's PvP boot camp, who's hosting? And what time?
I can host tomorrow because I'm off work.
I can as well as soon as I get some shit done.
I'll sit in.
I'm gonna count this as not August. I'm gonna count this as September. So we'll call this August 31st / September's first one.
The one tomorrow?
Yeah, I'm sorry, August 30th. My bad.
We only have to do it once a month, right?
Technically, yes.
What time are you gonna do it, Shivani?
Only gonna do once a month?
What time are they usually held at? Later in the day?
Well, since the campaign flips tomorrow evening, I think probably early afternoon would be best. There's really not going to be too many people on in the morning.
Okay. Yeah, just If someone can let me know, like, later tonight, like, what time you guys are thinking, then yeah, I probably can.
Who was the third person?
Me. Tally.
Okay, so
Imperial
then
says he can as well.
we really technically only need 3. I think 4 is going to be overkill.
Oh, who's the third?
So it's going to be you, Azramil, and Tally. So Lucian and Tally. The next one should technically be on like Friday. Maybe Thursday. We can probably do it on Thursday. Because Friday is going to be Paint the Map Red Day, which will be the flip of the campaign. So I'd say let's do Thursday. Sound good? Thursday the 3rd?
Fine
Yeah,
by
that's
me.
fine with me. Drop me a mail if you guys need help with that one too, because I'm off that evening as well, so.
Yeah, and I have nothing to do on Friday.
I'm throwing them on the House Sotha website, so I'll clean them up later. After that, the next one should be on like a Tuesday the 8th. Unless we want to spread them out a bit more. What are your thoughts?
I like doing them the day before the campaign flips.
Yeah. How many?
Yeah.
I guess
Like, what's our
we could do.
influx of adepts? Do we have a lot of adept people?
How many?
Making
I
apps?
wasn't at the last one there. I know the 2 that I hosted, we had like 2 full groups on board.
Oh wow.
Well, we're gonna end up getting a lot of players back because of the Imperial Edition as well. A lot of people will be coming back and wanting updated information on how to play and how to work inside of all of the events.
Yeah, so
Since I don't know anything about the Imperial City, should I wait until Friday to do a hosting?
No, I would say go ahead and do this one. I think I'll probably host on Thursday just because I have been in Cyrodiil and I'll be able to show people what Cyrodiil's like.
Okay. Fine by me.
Okay. So then that means okay, so that means the 3rd, the 8th, and the 13th are all PvP boot camps, and that'll get us to our next tribunal meeting where we can discuss the next set of campaigns or boot camps at that time, because there may be rank ups and such. Anybody for September 3rd?
Yeah, I'll do it.
Okay. Anybody for September 8th? September 8th in the afternoon. For a lot of you, this is the day after Labor Day.
I'll have school that day.
Yeah, a lot of people have school. Would it be easier if we put it on the 7th just for this week? So that it's on Labor Day itself?
Yeah, I guess so.
Anybody thoughts? Well, we could possibly skip that one and then just do it every other campaign. Feedback?
As far as it goes, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if I'll be able to do it then. I'm not sure if I'll be around for that. So
Well, for now, we'll leave these as is, and then we'll see what Solandra says. Okay, so that's that. Tribunal applications. Be sure to check the applications on the website for tribunal applicants. Watch out for the applicants in game and be sure to recommend them if they deserve it. If they are not ready just yet, send them a few pointers to get them started in the right direction. So we do have a couple of pending applications that we should probably be getting out. Let's see. Don't dab my shatter. Wanted to be a centurion. Thoughts on that, please?
he is constantly leading TeamSpeak groups, and from what I've seen, he's not a horrible TeamSpeak leader. There's definitely been a lot worse that we've had. I personally have never seen him lead an EMP group though, but he has a lot of want to lead. And this has been in here for a while. He's been talking about being a centurion for a while, so.
Would you give him a recommendation?
If enough people told me he was a good EMP leader, I honestly don't know how he leads EMP. I'd have to see him lead one EMP first.
Okay, so it appears that he's recruiting under the 420 tag and that is not stopped?
I honestly haven't seen him lead under the 420 tag at all. I know I've seen him lead an STS group, guild only.
I have been in an imp group, and when he took over, he did change the tag to 420.
Okay.
But
I'm on in the morning and early afternoon, and I do see a lot of quite often I see 420 running, and I had no idea that was our guild.
Yeah, whenever he gets leadership, he changes the auto invite tag to 420.
Yeah, and I'm still not okay with that, but.
Okay, so I feel like there's a world of no at this point.
Yeah.
Not yet.
He just, not yet. I would say
he's
shoot
not
him
that.
down right now. But
He's pretty new. He's not that old.
Well, he put in his application 2 weeks ago, which means I do have to deny it, and I have to give a reason for it. So I'm going to put down that the reason is that he's not running it under our guild rules, that he's not running the tag under EMP, that instead, and it just says, during these hours you must be leading the main EMP group as well. So he has to be running under the EMP tag. And that is our house rule, so.
If he's running EMP, 420, whatever you want to call it, he's not in TeamSpeak a whole lot, I don't think. At least not when
he's
I'm.
In TeamSpeak
He's in TeamSpeak almost all the time in the evening.
He doesn't get a lot of people
evening.
in TeamSpeak.
Okay, because I see 420 groups and EMP groups running, and even EMP groups I see running, and I don't see, and I come in TS to see who's leading it, and I don't see anybody in here. So I just assume it's like probably a pug or somebody.
Pickup, yeah. I hear you.
There are a lot more people doing that recently.
He has been told officially by Solandra, by myself, and I think one other person to stop running the 420 tag. So if he's not abiding by that rules, we definitely need to know.
You will.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye open for it, because it's been a while since I've been with the imp group, but with him leading.
He's still very new though. So
yeah.
I think he just needs to.
Yeah, but this isn't one of those things that's really difficult to. This isn't a habit that's difficult to drop. You type EMP instead of 420. It's not that hard.
Does anybody know if Gandalf is a member of House Sotha?
Gandalf.
He is.
Is he really? I had no idea.
I've had a lot of complaints
is.
about his curt attitude, and even now, just standing inside of Cyrodiil, because I'm in the meeting, he's talking smack out in Say Chat, being like, what are you lazy fucks doing? There's Aerie, we're getting sieged.
Yeah,
like,
I was
sorry.
gonna say if you're looking for somebody who's causing drama, he's definitely a culprit because I saw him starting up a lot of shit this morning in Zone Chat.
Oh my!
I think there was an
Gandalf
argument,
was
and it involved him and some other players, and I think Tank was involved too. So it got serious if Tank was involved.
I was gonna say if Tank's involved, it was probably way out of hand at that point. But nevertheless, like if his application comes through, I know that a significant amount of you will not be promoting him. by all means, please put that on the application as to why you won't be giving your recommendation. You're allowed to do that as well. You're allowed to say, I don't feel you're ready because blah. And honestly, that's one of the things that we really need to start cracking down on is being able to say no and being able to give a reason why we're saying no.
I would also like to ask what I know that Vovik had put in an application, but then I noticed it disappeared. Does anybody know what had happened with that?
Let me see.
Who is this Vovik guy anyway? Like we were playing Cards Against Humanity the other day, and like every card that you could write on yourself was like Vovik's ass or Vovik's balls or some shit.
It's kind of like an inside joke from the people who played last time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looks like he may have redacted his application because it's not currently showing inside of this. I don't believe he was getting the amount of feedback that he was desiring, because I know a lot of people kind of just left his application AFK at the time. He does have the ability to see all of the stuff that you guys type inside of the admin forums and everything like that. So I don't see it as rejected. So if it's canceled, it was canceled by the user.
Yeah, it's probably because it's just been there pending too long. It's probably just took away. I forgot what was he going for?
He wanted to be a Centurion.
And then he changed it to Guardian. Yeah, he went for
he?
Centurion and then changed it to Guardian.
Oh, because I even told him, like, I know he's a decent player. I can give him a Guardian app recommendation. That one I can do. I just don't know if he's a good if he can lead, right? But I'm really picky on who I give Centurion applications to, especially.
The last time I tried a joint lead with him, he didn't make too many smart moves.
No. Well, it looks like he's the one leading EMP right now.
Okay. Yeah, he is.
Probably gonna.
Yeah, when he leads, he kind of just does his own thing when he leads.
Yeah.
He doesn't usually stay with the main amp group, but.
Okay. And Imperial Wolf saying that he doesn't listen and he gives up a lot.
He kind of doesn't listen, and yes, he does kind of give up.
For those of you who lead on a regular basis, do you see that he follows Crown? Is he off doing his own thing?
He usually follows me whenever I'm leading. Like, he's never far from me. I can tell you that. He's not one of the people I look at the end, you see they're on the other map. Not enough times that I can think of it, so.
Okay.
Gandalf, on the other hand, he fucking can't stay with the group for the life of him.
Yeah, when he leads, definitely he'll need, if he does still want to go for Centurion, I'm not sure what he's thinking, but he'll definitely need a little more work on the Centurion. But I think Guardian,
The Guardian, like, he's not, like, so long as he doesn't give up, that's the only thing. Like, you can't give up too, right?
We all get frustrated and need to take a break from the game. I mean, there's a difference. Like, if he gives up after 5 minutes, and that's one thing, but if he's led for, like, at least an hour or two, then that's nothing to...
Leading's tiring.
The last time me and him were leading EMP, we were trying to get some stuff done, and I gave him some hints that maybe I should be doing this since there's a whole nother reserve. It would have made it easier for us to have a victory at a better scale. He didn't go with it, and we ended up not succeeding, and then he gave it red.
Yeah, well, that's just sometimes he made a call that just didn't work out. Trust me, I know I made one of those last night that cost us well done siege. So accidents happen, right?
I think it's more of a self-esteem thing he has when it comes to sieging. If it's not an easy take, he won't go for it. Because what Imperial Wolf did bring up the one time we were sieging, it came out to be more of a longer siege than we intended, but Vovik didn't want to hit that place anymore, thinking that we were just going to give them a D-tip. But what was really the problem is that we kept backing off, and we should have kept on assaulting, because then we never were going to take back that cape which belonged to us. It was BR Tip.
Did Titus apply for a tribunal position?
Yes, he did, and he's
Grace
also
is
on
also
the review block right now. So,
Oh, okay.
Titus,
I
anybody?
haven't
Have you seen him
in
lead?
a while.
Have you seen him at all?
I seen
No.
him the one day he applied, and that was it. He
He's
applied
been gone
and
for a little bit.
yeah. So as far as that one goes, I'm gonna just thoroughly say no due to inactivity.
Yeah, Grace says he was online, but I haven't seen him in TeamSpeak for a while. Not sure exactly what he's doing, but was he going for Centurion?
He was going for Centurion, yes.
Okay, yeah, no.
So I will be closing his application for inactivity. And then the last one's Osriel for, looks like Hunter, I think.
Yeah. Do we have any hunters in here right now?
That's just me.
Have you ever ran with him?
Nope. But that's
No?
probably my fault because I'm gonna say that I'm inactive right now, which is the next topic I'm gonna bring up. But anyway, nope, because I'm inactive.
Okay.
Did you just say you're inactive?
Yeah, that's the next topic. Why don't you guys finish up with this first, and I'll bring that up after this.
Okay.
As far as me personally goes, I don't even know who he is. I've never talked to him. I've never seen him in here.
Osriel's pretty
that I
good in
can
small
remember.
groups. I've run with him on several occasions. He would be
I've
good,
What's
but
his
I
at name?
don't feel it's at Osriel, I think. Ozzriel.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know who that is. I mean, like I've never talked to him or played with him, but the only thing I can say about that player is I do see him online a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've gamed with him before, but I would think that would be more on Raccoon's judgment because I think
Grace
he's
is
Yeah.
going
User
off
disconnected
saying
from
in
your
chat
channel.
saying that he's an amazing ganker.
He really is.
So
He
if
leads
we have
game
enough
groups
people
leaders.
saying yes, it sounds like we've got more than 4
Yeah.
people. I think that we can promote him.
You should get Raccoon opinions because I believe he said he's good the last time I talked to him, but this was quite a while ago.
So I'm going to go ahead just because I really want to start pushing these through, and I know a lot of you aren't really. It's very evident that having you jump onto the website to sign these are ridiculously. It's a ridiculous requirement. So I'm fine discussing them during the meeting and then either passing or failing them from there because we have the majority of us here. So if you want somebody to be promoted, I'm gonna fix these 3 applications, so it'll be Titus will be denied for inactivity, Don't Dabs will be denied for disrespect of how Sotha rules, and then Osriel will be promoted for ganking. Does that sound okay?
Osriel's definitely a good ganker. When I was ganking
Okay.
with him,
So those are it. The auxiliary applications I'll take care of as well. They're the white ones. Anybody else who you know who's trying to rank up, please feel free to encourage them. Otherwise, that's those. So that takes care of the tribunal applications. Now we move on to anything else. Arcrafter, you have the floor.
Yep. So what's happening right now is I've been involved with veteran content, both on PvE and PvP, and I've decided to stay on those front, which means that unfortunately, I will not be ranking up another non-vet character. It's just a lot more fun for me to play on vet PvP right now, which means that I don't think it makes sense for me to stay an officer in this guild, given that I'll
Okay.
not be leading gank at all, late night gang like I used to be a while ago. So that's unfortunate. I did not think I would like vet PvP, but I did a lot, and I would not to like try to push you guys or anything, but do try it once in a while. It's actually really fun after the
Buddy
first week.
joined your channel.
So yeah, the first week sucks. Like seriously, it sucks.
Would you like us to demote you down to adept, or how do you want us to handle that?
I think you could demote me down to adapt. I don't think I'll be running with Soda much on PvP front, but if you're in veteran for whatever reason, you can probably run with my guild on veteran, which is a pretty hardcore guild, so it's gonna be quite different from Soda though. So yes,
Thanks for having
please
the
demote
balls
me
to
to
actually
adapt.
come in and like say that.
I
Yeah,
appreciate it.
that's a lot better. That's
Yeah.
nice.
I've
Nice
wanted to
change.
say this 2 weeks ago, but I couldn't make it 2 weeks ago, so I don't want to just leave and like without telling you guys.
Would people
But
still be able to contact you and talk to you about
oh yeah,
like? Okay,
for
cool.
sure. I'll still be in the guild at least until until I feel that it doesn't make sense anymore. Right now, if I feel that at least it still does, provided given that you guys have Crimson Moon and etc. happening, seems like there's still something for me in there. So I'll still be in the guild. So yeah, if you have any crafting requests etc., I'm still around. It's just that I won't be in Blackwater Blade.
Sounds good. Appreciate it.
Yep.
All right.
Looking forward to
Anything
it.
else? Any drama or anything that we should be aware of as far as like complications within the last 2 weeks?
I think it's been chill lately.
I feel like the officer rule should also apply to Hands of Sotha.
Yes.
I agree.
I actually do have a question about the Hand of Sotha, but it would be.
Yeah, and who
my
else would take Cosnark's spot? Or was it Kronos? I
Cosnark's
can't
been
remember.
demoted already.
Yeah, well, I was wondering, like, are we sticking with, like, one Hand of Sotha? Because right now, like,
Yeah, it seems like we only have one anyway.
Well, who would you guys recommend if you were to put somebody into Hand of Sotha?
Lucian.
Lucian.
Not to put you on the spot, but
I mean, it's true.
but yeah, Lucian.
What?
As far
Somebody
as
say
it-
my name?
as far as
Yeah.
it goes, he does rally the troops and everything, so it is a good thing. That's all I want out of the Hand of Sotha is to
Yeah,
be able to
exactly.
rally the troops
I mean, I don't
and
expect
get people to listen to and follow them without actually, like, fear of making them mad, but just because they know it's going to be a good call, right?
Also level-headed. We have to have level-headed people.
Yes.
With such authority.
And I know we had like 3 Hands of Sotha before. I can't remember.
Mm-hmm.
We
Yeah,
had,
three.
yeah. Well, and then it kind of went to being 2, and then Audrey
Well,
kind of.
I mean, even then, like when it was just when Audrey was still like actually playing this game, she wasn't even actually like leading or anything.
Yeah.
Literally,
Yeah, that's
like-
one thing. Like,
Well, most
I'd also
people
like to
have
see.
2 hands, so maybe
That's
2 hands
true.
of Sotha would be good.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, we already know you're
I'm
the
not
right
against
hand,
it. I'm
Galen.
officer in 3 guilds, so I would be more than happy to share this burden.
We just need
Yeah.
a left hand to be able to do the reach around.
Jesus.
the only other thing that I would like to wanted to say was maybe getting some more activity in the EMPs from our officers, leading and not leading. Because I'm noticing that I'm still seeing a lot of adepts and auxiliaries and whatnot in the guild or in the groups a lot more than I'm seeing any officers.
I
Yeah,
think
guess
a
we'll
lot
just
of
have to
that
make
has
more
to do.
officers.
I was gonna say a lot of that has to do with the fact that we don't really have a lot of officers that are on like kind of spread out sporadically. Most
And
of the
some
time we're
left,
on in like a
so-
high fluctuation, so we're all on at the same time, or then none of us are on at the same time.
Yeah.
I know I tend to be on like really, really, really late at night, and not a lot of you are on when I'm on. Like when I'm on in Blackwater.
Yeah.
And a lot of our officers left, so we have to like kind of.
We gotta have to regroup from there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Or
But I
just
have
convince
seen.
them to come back, which would be nice.
Mhm. Yeah.
Especially with this no drama policy, you know.
Eh.
That's gonna cause drama. I'm just
It's gonna
saying
be
it.
No
No
drama.
drama is
hilarious.
gonna cause drama.
Well, please, if
But-
that's the case, then please keep us in mind on whether or not that's working or if we need to adjust it. So
Yeah.
keep your eyes open for that.
But seriously, I know. So I know that Bjorn is also went over the line a little bit, but he was really upset for because of the drama that's happening on the guild chat. So yeah, I'm happy with this rule at least.
I think it's a good idea to have the no drama.
I just
thing.
want Bjorn back.
I want Bjorn back too.
I
You
miss
could
my
ask
Bjorn.
him. He's a great guy. Come on, you guys know this. So if you can get him back, that'll be awesome. But he was really upset with whatever was happening here.
Yeah, I don't even know what happened.
I think he'll wiggle back in because he pops in time to time and runs with
Yeah,
us.
he does.
Yeah, I
And he
saw
had a
he
good
registered
time.
back on the website too.
I want my rudder back.
So, yeah, I don't think Rudder will be coming back.
Yeah, I doubt it, but I'll convince him.
No, you
You
won't.
can go
I'll
ahead
give him
and
the
do your
fucking
best.
of his life.
Okay.
With that reach around.
I think he'll
animation.
enjoy that.
And you can watch Aelin.
Ew. I don't want to watch your sad baloney nipples do anything weird.
He'll just suck him and suck him.
Ew.
Oh my god.
One of the things possibly that was brought up is also Hand of Sotha Vavik. Thoughts on that?
What?
I don't think so. He doesn't rally the troops like we need people to.
Yeah, I think he does make a very
And
good speaker.
he also needs to move up through the ranks properly. He's still an adept.
Who, Vovik?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that the
Who
guy
even
you
is
just
this
denied
Vovik?
for Centurion?
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'm sorry, but like I said to him, like I even told him this when he asked me just if I would support him on that, and I said no, because I don't think he can rally the troops the way Hand of Sotha should. The thing that Hand of Sotha needs to do is he needs to be able to get into guild chat, say, "Okay, I need you guys all to log into PvP," and in 20 minutes you got 2 full groups.
And
Right.
and an emperor, essentially.
And yeah, well, and 3/4 of the way to an emperor or whatever.
And
right?
an Aelin.
Right. So
Another Aelin.
You need to
There's
clone
another
her.
one of me?
no,
You need to
Yeah,
clone
you have to
Aelin.
be able to PvP effectively without pants as well.
Yeah, that's another problem.
But whoever, like it's just we need somebody that's going to be that wants to take on the responsibility of it too, right? You can't just push someone into it.
Yeah.
Hands of Sotha need to be the kind of people that make people want to be officers in this.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or that teach people how
Because
to be
he's very
officers.
effective on the website and making sure people are active. He's really good with events and stuff. But
About
PvP, that would be something he needs to.
That's why, as far as not even as far as the PvP goes, I just want to see him get
Ronnie, your
better
mic.
personality.
Just get good, man. Just get good.
Yeah, plus he made me a shitty shield the other day, and that made me really mad.
He also ran away from me when I was dying in front of his eyes.
Oh, like Shivani? Oh,
But yeah, as far as that goes, I do believe that there'll be a few people that have negative opinions if he were to be promoted as a Hand of Sotha.
Okay. And this is mostly just purely for feedback, because I'd heard kind of people were rumor mills and whatnot, and I wanted to get your opinions on it.
Gosh, Yoland has a new character.
When you find a
is
candidate
insane.
for Hand of Sotha, we'll know.
It looks like you're up right now, and I don't think anybody's running against you. So we'll talk to Sil
I will. No.
and work on that. If it requires you getting on the website, is that going to be difficult?
Very, very difficult. I've
Oh.
uninstalled Internet Explorer, and I also uninstalled Google Chrome, so I have no web browser.
Raise his hand
You
slowly.
poor thing.
No,
Well,
but I'm just trying to do my my PvP tutorial right now, which I'm kind of on and off because I started school.
Gotcha.
So, but I mean, I wouldn't mind doing Hand of Sotha, and I wouldn't mind going on the website if it means that I get all you bitches off my back about leading groups. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Nah,
because you'll still be
That would
Not
get
funny.
us on your back a little bit more. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
You're a Hand of Sotha. You gotta step up the game.
Yeah, you gotta step up to the plate, Lucian. I like how we're just like pushing him into like so much responsibility.
That is another thing I will say. It is a lot for somebody to just step up. And
I
be
can
like, well,
barely
you know, I
hear
won.
you.
Sure.
yeah, you're kind of low,
Bring your mouth
muffled.
closer to the mic.
Eat it.
Is that
Eat
any
it.
better?
Like this.
Just
Is that any
scream.
Put
better?
the mic in your mouth.
Is that better?
That
That's
sounds
Yes,
better.
thank you.
That does
Okay.
sound better.
It's a lot for somebody to just step up and be like, yeah, I want to be a Hand of Sotha. So, I don't know. If there's anybody who does, we can always just whisper Aelin or Salandra. Or
Well, like
message them.
in my thoughts of it is basically like you guys are in there and you know what you guys need. So for Hand of Sotha, if you feel like Lucian's somebody who can represent, because he's basically going to be somebody who's representing all of you.
Present.
So, and more of a leading facilitator of that. In which case, is this the type of person that you want, you know, at your front runner, as your flagship, essentially? And think of it like that. And in the event that, if you want to think of it like that, then is like the people who are currently Hand of Sotha people that you want to continue to keep as people who represent you. And I've heard a lot of negative feedback about Cosnark, who obviously was demoted, but then also about Audrey as well.
Yeah, I only count one hand right now.
Yeah, I only see one hand, to be honest. The other one,
The other one's in
not-
the
not
pocket.
enough.
It's in the
In
pocket.
the pocket.
What the fuck happened to Cosnark?
Cosnark had a lot of real life stuff that came up.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that.
Yep, and it just didn't go away. So he's still dealing with all of that. And when he has the opportunity to sign on, which is about once every other 2 weeks or so, he does, and he plays for like 15 minutes, and then he's logged off. So it's sad, but you know, maybe he'll come back later in the winter and stuff.
Better.
Alrighty, any other drama-y type things that we should be aware of, or things that we should keep out and notice? I wanted to say, Pastel Guts left the guild. That happened this week.
Oh, no.
She talked some mega smack to Grace, and Grace smacked her back, and she called Grace a cunt and told her to fucking take out her tampon, and then guild quit. Yeah, I thought it was pretty disgusting as well. Please, if there's a moment where she's asking to be back in the guild, or if she's trying to talk shit or something like that, because she is a pot stirrer, let us know so that we can set up walls and prepare for that. I don't really want her coming back in. Every time she talked in guild chat, she pissed off somebody. So
who is this?
We just don't get Pastel Guts.
Hieroglyphic. One thing I know about her is that she's not really good at. I don't think she has a very good tolerance level, so it's easy to just get her to mouth off.
It doesn't matter.
Oh, it's really easy.
You don't disrespect people like that. Especially higher ranking officers, that's ridiculous. And you don't tell a 13-year-old that they're a cunt and to take their fucking tampon out. That's just highly inappropriate.
Not cool, bruh.
Not cool, bruh.
Not cool, bruh.
And Gandalf also said some shit to Grace as well. Grace seems to be at the pinnacle of poking, so...
Why?
I don't know.
What the fuck do you even say?
People are jelly. She doesn't really say anything. She came in and he was leading a group, and she asked, like, why aren't we taking our home keeps? Why are we out attacking Farragle? And he said, you know, because I fucking want to. And like a bunch of other people who were in the party at the time had commented and said, you know, we really want to take our home keep back. And she basically stood up for them and was just like, you know, that's not how this is, you're not doing it right, basically. And he was like, fuck you, I do what I want, and like kicked her from the group and turned into like this whole like mudslinging thing in Whisper Channel. So yeah, I've heard.
But she's a Centurion, and
I know.
Nothing.
I know.
So I think your problem is you need to be stricter about whose crown.
Obviously.
Yeah, that's something else, because when the people who are leading, who are Centurions, get off, they sometimes like get the crown over to kind of undesirables.
We do have to start doing a disband. I mean, I had a full Zerg. Shivani, your mic's open.
Sorry.
I had a full Zerg, I think it was like 2 days ago or something, and I had to hand it over so that I could do pledges before they reset. And I was like, who wants this? And like nobody wanted to take crown, and I was like, okay, disband. And I disbanded a group of 20 plus people. So, and it pained me to do it because I was like, all these people won't have a home. But at the same time, there was nobody that I trusted that was in the group at the time, or nobody wanted crown. So.
Yeah, I think it'd be kind of nice to enforce, like, if a Centurion does have to leave and pass crown, that there's kind of like a hierarchy to pass it to, I guess, especially if it's through imp.
Even if you don't fucking
Because we
want
are
it.
like kind of like trying to keep the imp name out, and then when the crown gets passed to someone who like isn't in House Sotha, I've seen that a lot too. And
yeah.
Well, a lot of times these people, they just start an EMP without even getting past lead.
Yes, I've seen that a lot as well. Or people who start
because it's
EMP.
cool.
Well, I don't think they understand how it works, and I've had no problem. Like, people who aren't in House Sotha will start EMP, and I'll be like, hi, just so you know, House Sotha runs the EMP tag. If you'd like to be a member of House Sotha and lead EMP groups, by all means, join the guild and go through the ranks and do this. But in the meantime, will you please use your own tags, such as, and then I list other tags that people have used in the past, like
Booty
33
Patrol.
or whatever. And I was like, just so that you
Galba?
can differentiate between them. So at that point, that's a way that you can handle somebody. If they're giving you shit, be sure that you let everybody else know in zone that if you end up in so-and-so's group, that is not a House Sotha EMP tag member. So.
Therefore, a scrub.
Yep. Well, you don't have to say anything mean. Just let him know that it's not us.
Lucian, I hope your platform is that you'll bring J Alba back.
J Alba.
Tell me that you will.
You wait,
Callie,
what?
I will rip
you
your
need to bring
baloney
J
nipples
Alba back.
straight off your chest.
You want that Jalba?
I do want Jalba back.
Vote for Lucian.
Thank you, Jesus.
I'd sooner vote for Donald Trump. No, I'm kidding.
Well, get the fuck out then.
Not but seriously, Lucian. Hand to Sotha for the win.
Yes, and also J Alba.
J
The
Alba
Jalba
for
party.
J Alba.
J Alba for hand to Sotha.
Yeah. He'll get the male vote pretty swimmingly.
So I think that if anybody like Gandalf, for instance, if he's still causing drama after you guys have told him everything, I think that's downright causes for if we come around to the meeting next time, we should just kick him.
Oh, Gris
If
says
he's-
Dabs is defending Gandalf as well.
What do you mean Dabs is defending Gandalf?
Those two are friends. They joined around the
Yeah.
sun.
Well, that's pretty sad then, that his one friend is a total asshole. And
Well, that's one of the reasons why Dab's up for or still questioning is because he has his moments too.
all I'm saying is that I've heard significantly more complaints by Gandalf, so if Gandalf is still causing issues by next meeting, I think he'd be due for a guild kick at that point. I really don't want this to drag on for more than a month.
Oh, also, just to kind of bring it up, since you're still talking about Gandalf, I think he was leading EMP today, but he wasn't. He was also not using the EMP tag. I think he was using like DR or some shit.
What the fuck?
Yeah, Gandalf was using DR.
Oh, lovely.
And from what I've heard from people who went into his group, he does not give orders. He does not tell people like where to go. He doesn't communicate to the group, basically. And his people scatter out because they don't really know what the hell they're doing.
We just like kick him already. Like fucking.
Not only that, but I came in today to join PvP and I typed imp and I got an invite to the DR group, which wasn't what I asked for.
So he's probably having the tag pick up multiple things.
Well,
when he has the tag open, like he'll put in zone, type EMP for group, and then like 20 people type EMP and nobody gets invites.
He doesn't have
There's no
invite.
auto
He doesn't
invite
have
either.
auto invite.
He just hand invites them. Interesting. Okay.
And it takes time because I wanted to go into his group one time just to see like what kind of leader he was, and
Right.
I typed EMP like 3 times, never got an invite. But he's still typing type EMP for group after I already typed EMP
And you're
like
like
3
bitch.
times.
Yeah, I've seen people say like type EMP for group and nobody's getting picked up or whatever.
Plus, he can't even spell Gandalf right. Like, what the fuck's up with that? It's not hard.
Very true.
It could have been taken.
I don't give a
Probably.
shit.
Are there any other points or anybody else that we should be keeping an eye open for? Anybody who prospectively wanted to be higher up rank but just hasn't had the balls to do it, so that we can all kind of keep on him, because we're gonna need new officers before Monday, or coming Monday, because it's gonna get really fucking crazy. Just so you guys know, and I posted it on the website for the Imperial City stuff, we do not need to hold our own home keeps in order to get into Imperial City. When you get into Imperial City, the entrance for our side is just south of Chalman, and it's pretty much right by the water.
Buddy joined your
It's
channel.
just a sewer entrance, basically. So, and I have been ganked there repeatedly on
Go
the
with a group.
place. Yeah, so if you're going to be going, go with a group. Make sure that the whole Zerg is with you. And then if you're trailing behind the guild, once you're
Sorry, where is
inside, this is for Imperial City.
Okay.
So once you're inside of Imperial City, basically it's like a little sewer, and then you take the little sewer to get to the actual center of the city. That's where all of your PvE content is. It's basically like a giant circle with a bunch, and I'm talking like a bunch of little pockets where you can get snared, where you can get ganked, and there's a bunch of little there's a shitload of ads like everywhere, and they're hard as fuck ads to kill. So you definitely don't want to go in by yourself. You kind of want to travel with groups on that one. Also the roll dodge is nerfed, but also the blink is also nerfed. And you'll see there'll be like a little sparkly bit under your shoes when you roll dodge for the first time, and then that basically says that if you roll dodge a second time, you will be taking like double the amount of stamina or whatever it is. So you just wait for the little sparkles under your feet to disappear so that you can roll dodge a second time with the minimal amount of stamina being taken. Just
and
a small.
Stack.
Yeah, they do stack. So you'll
Just
probably
like
about to
bling.
get like 2 or 3 in before you're out of resources. Which will be nice, but at the same time, it feels very balanced. When I got into Cyrodiil and I was playing the other day, I was able to kill people at the same rate that I was being killed. And we were able to camp entrances at the same rate of being pushed back and being camped. Because there are entrances up into the city front, same as there are entrances to get into Cyrodiil. So, yeah, crazy shit. And that's pretty much stuff that you can look out for, and you can kind of spread the word. Otherwise, kind of gather as much information as you can and try posting it on the website so that everybody else knows what's going on, anything that you discover or find out. Imagine there will probably be a lot of bug fixes and rollouts and such, so bear with Sandamax.
Are we gonna start
is it
running
gonna
groups?
be in non-vet as well?
I beg your pardon?
So they're gonna be in non-vet as well?
I think they will be doing non-vet Cyrodiil stuff.
Okay.
I don't think it's limited to just vet.
You're gonna be battle level to VR14.
Yeah.
Sorry? Oh, it's battle leveled to VR14.
That's right. But yeah, it's still gonna be hard.
It's
What
still
about
gonna be
the
difficult.
NPCs? Are they going to be VR14 as well?
Yeah, and they're bitches.
Aren't they 15? I don't know. I can't remember.
I think they'll be VR14 for us,
Okay.
but they have some like giant world bosses just kind of wandering around where we're supposed to be PvPing. So it makes it that much harder because there are people while you're in the middle of trying to dodge the giant NPC that's coming to kill you. There are people who take advantage of that and kill you on the spot and then run from the NPC. So.
Oh, by the way,
lots of
that's
fun.
gonna be fun because the leashing mechanics is disabled in IC, so you cannot rubber band the NPC.
Yeah.
It will
So
be
that
fun.
means when we take keeps, we can't rubber band the NPCs. We will have to kill them.
All of Cyrodiil's like that? No, that will be
I
interesting.
believe so. I thought that was what it was. All
Yeah,
things to
whatever.
keep in mind. Just saying, don't be shocked or pissed off because this is all stuff that we're still kind of experimenting with on the playtest server.
Are we gonna start running groups Monday into the Imperial City?
I know I will if so long
I'll be
as
there.
I have a high enough group rating, like if my majority of my group says yeah I want to go to the Imperial City, I go to the
take
fucking
it on there.
Imperial City.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know they are.
Even if I'm not gonna already, I mean, okay, I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even gonna join a group till I'm in the Imperial City. So
I was thinking maybe that we could even start kind of like a pug group for the Imperial City on top of Imp.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there are.
So how is getting
camp-
in gonna go? Do you have to like control home
No,
keep?
you
have
don't
to
have to control
control
your home
Chalman.
keeps. You do not have to control your home keeps. You can go ahead and get in, and I don't even think you have to control Chalman. The entrance is
'cause-
open regardless.
They did.
Because the problem is
changed
that
that?
they did change it, and it was because people were upset that they were paying for content that they had to rely on other people in order to access, and then again that ended up being deemed unfair. So it's
Makes
regardless
sense.
of what the map looks like, you can still get into Imperial City,
Oh, okay, that's nice.
so long as you can make it there.
What keeps
Don't
did you originally
die.
have to own? Like
Originally, you
Chalman.
had to own all of your home keeps, so you
so
had to
Chalman
own
and Drake.
Chalman and Drake and BRK, and then they have since removed that. So
okay, sweet, because that would have been a big thing.
yeah, so that got removed. But still be aware that you will most likely be ganked, especially with everybody trying to get back on their best or favorite player or characters in order to experience the new stuff. Once you're inside of the Imperial City, though, if you die, you don't get sent back to the main gate. You get sent back to the sewers. So
Yeah.
you're inside and you're good. But And then there's a bank, and there's all kinds of like sales stuff and crafting tables and stuff like that once you're
But you
inside of
never
the
have
sewers.
to leave.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not
technically
sure.
you don't, and you can log out there, and when you log back in, you'll still be there. You won't be at the home gates.
Now I heard a rumor that you can't fill grand soul gems the way we always have. Is
I
that
have
going?
not actually heard or
I've-
seen that.
I've heard the same thing being mentioned on my vet guild, but
I
no
can
one has
test that
confirmed
later
it.
tonight.
What exactly is
Okay.
changing?
That you can't fill them off the dummies.
Well, that's gonna suck.
Yeah.
You know how many
It's
people
so
are gonna stay dead on the floor now?
Fill
A
them up
lot.
now.
If we thought it was bad before, well, just wait now.
I
No
guess you
free
could
soul
go to your
gems.
starting area for PvE and fill them there, but
Well, you have
Yeah.
to go you have to
You
go
would have
kill
to
a
go to-
creature of the
Yeah,
appropriate
you
level.
probably have to go to like Craglorn or something in order to.
oh shit.
Or
But you
actually,
could
no,
fill
you'd go to
grand
Cold
soul
Harbor.
gems in Cold,
Oh, yeah, that's
Cold
true.
Harbor, because I think the rift is greater.
Well, if they're gonna do that, I think they should lower the price of the.
They are
full
lowering it.
ones. Oh, they are.
They're
Okay,
lowering the price down. I think it's gonna be
I think $750.
something like
what I
that.
saw.
Yeah, it's wicked cheap. Wicked cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Grace
that's
said
like
it's
that's not that
$750.
cheap.
It's a
I mean,
hell
it's
of a lot cheaper than
Better than
3,300.
3,600.
Fuck yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Well, you know what you can do? You can play through the storyline just enough that you get your soul magic up. And there's the last passive. You get the rank 3, which you can do after completing like 3 or 4 storyline quests for the main quest. You can get soul lock, and if you have that 5% chance of automatically filling a soul gem, just keep your empty gems on you while you PvP, and hopefully some of those kills you get out there.
That's a good way too. I'll test it on the playtest server and see if I can fill some soul gems up, and let you know if that got patched. Hopefully it didn't. And
That'd be
yeah,
very
Soul Trap,
disappointing.
the alt need to be on the bar. So, or Grace is saying, wait, that's the other passive. Never mind. All right. Anything else you guys need to know or heard of for Imperial City?
My blocking.
I have to buy it to get in.
Oh, perma blocking has been banned. So good luck.
I hate.
Wait, what?
Perma blocking, holding your shield up. When you're holding your shield up to block a move, you no longer regen stamina. You will deplete your stamina to the point where it won't do anything.
What?
Yep.
Oh yeah, might as well just get rid of tanking. Like,
I know,
Alright,
right?
guys.
Exactly.
I quit.
Grace
have
says,
fun.
wait,
What's
people.
Grace gonna say? Tell us, Grace.
What? Grace, tell us. She says
Tell
it's
me.
not
Don't leave us
banned,
hanging.
but I don't know what she means by that.
Grace!
Grace, type faster.
Come on.
Just use your headset, Grace. We know you have one.
She said her grandpa she can't. She says use Battlecry passive as a DK and activate the alt and pots.
Oh yeah, that's true. That actually works fairly
And
well.
Engine Guardian if you have it.
Basically, it just put your regen to 0. Everything else work.
Put all your attribute points into stamina. No, I'm kidding.
That
And
doesn't
put
work.
all of your champion points into regen.
And this is all
No, that
this is
doesn't
all
help.
getting done on Monday.
Yep. This
Yep.
is coming with the Imperial City patch.
Well,
at
fuck
least
that.
there won't
I'm
be
not
champion
re-rolling my
points in
tank.
Cyrodiil.
Yeah!
Do I have
Yay!
to buy it to get
Yeah.
into the city?
Unless you're
Yes.
an Elder Scrolls Online member, I think that's how it
She
works.
says actually you do put all of your attributes into stamina and get like 30 stamina, 30k stamina. I
Yeah,
think
it's
are
very
you,
good.
Non-vet?
that's not in non-vet though, Grace. In
Okay,
vet.
yeah.
So she's saying in
Fucking
vet.
stop talking about vet. The hell?
Hey! Hey.
I was thinking maybe like a little boot camp every once in a while for Imperial City would be kind of cool because I have no idea what the fuck is going on
Okay.
in Imperial City.
I was
Uh,
thinking one the
there's a
first
giant
one
portal above
after it's released should maybe have somebody that has experience in it.
I can't stand learning from other people, so
Well,
Well,
the internet's your
fine.
friend.
Yeah, you can do whatever you want, Tally.
I know.
But for those of us who,
I would
are
like
actually human and not demons,
Ooh.
we can work on getting together like an Imperial City boot camp just to take
yeah,
you
and
through
it
the
doesn't have to
content.
be nearly as often as we do the PvP boot camps. Just
Yeah.
like every so often if you get interest, like
Sounds good.
just have that option.
Something different.
We'll work on that. That might be
Might
something that the September 3rd one will be more geared towards, since
Okay.
Seafal, Grace, and I have all been inside of Imperial City several times.
Yeah.
Alright, anything else before I let y'all go?
Yeah, AD has our scrolls, so who wants
That's
to
a
help
big
get him
problem.
back?
SJS.
All right, only if the man at upper hand of Sotha leads the party.
Pack Zealot didn't get on my
Come
nerves
on,
today.
Lucian.
I just want to commend him for
Pack Zealot did what?
He didn't get on my nerves today.
Ah, well
I
that's
don't
With
good.
him for like 4 hours.
So, what should we put like a? It has been 48 hours since Pack Zealot has gotten on Tally's nerves.
Can we like make a counter on the
fucking
website?
clock,
That's like a new record.
Yeah, I know.
It has been
Grace.
0 days.
The one
It's
thing
like
she
you popped in
says.
to say that.
Like
She's
she's
like,
doing fucking Pacific Rim.
What is it, Grace?
Oh, I don't like Pack Zealot, and that's on
Yeah.
record.
Whatever.
I don't know. He just reminded me too much of Tang and Spank for whatever reason.
He does, on occasion, but he didn't
Is
act
that
up
who you
today.
got? Did you...
There's
was
a
very
difference
chill.
between Tank and Pack Zealot.
A slight difference.
The difference is I like Tank and I hate Pact. So
How
That's
the
one
fuck
difference.
That
does
makes
that
sense.
work?
She speaks.
How do you like Tank?
I like Tank
User in
because
your
he's
channel
kind of a
timed out.
troll. He's not necessarily a
yeah, I've seen
Tank
him and
is
I've talked
not
to him.
bad outside
He's
of
not a
zone
bad
chat.
person. Even if he's in zone chat and you message him and you're all like, you know, hey, how you doing? He's like, oh, I'm good, with his like smiley face. Like he really just gets fed up with EP.
It's just a zone chat crap.
He
that
gets
he
fed
did.
Yeah.
up with people who don't know what they're doing, but he only plays in non-vet. If he played in
User
veteran,
entered
he
your
might
channel.
be playing with people who actually know what they're doing.
they can
That's not
take him.
necessarily
That's
true.
That's not true.
Because there's a good handful of people who still don't know what the fuck they're doing in vet as well.
Aha,
More
cannon
people
fodder.
than
And Tank
non-vet,
actually
though.
does do vet things.
I
with,
love those.
with Kia and her stream and all that.
I love those people. They're cannon fodder. So easy to kill.
Freaking radiant destruction.
But yeah, Tank is a nice guy as long as you ignore his zone chat. Actually, he and a few people were the one who brought me up on PvP a long time ago.
Okay, I'm gonna go listen to the Broncos game now. Later, guys.
Buddy disconnected from your channel.
Alright, I'm gonna do a little bit of RP
Listen.
right now.
He's not gonna watch.
Oh,
Grace, don't
interesting.
move. Grace, don't move. Oh shit.
So I'm on the playtest server right now, and the price to change your home campaign is 150,000
50,000.
AP. Yeah,
You terrible person.
and you can set
50,000?
it
Are you
now.
kidding me?
150,000 AP.
I think the
How much was it before?
Do you have to change your home
5K.
campaign to get in there?
No.
15,000?
Oh yeah, because it'll be on every campaign, right?
They're gonna give you free reassignment on August 31st, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly.
Okay, but is it gonna be on a different? Are they not gonna like? Will we not be able to access the Imperial City from Blackwater Blade?
You should be able to. I don't think there's any restrictions. I've not tried that, so Aelin maybe have tried it.
For what?
Are they gonna have the Imperial City on Blackwater Blade? Or
I do
is it
not
gonna
know. I don't know.
I guess they don't have Blackwater Blade on PTS, right?
They don't have a non-vet on the PTS, no, because they want
Yeah.
everybody to try the content that they're creating mostly.
Yeah,
So.
I wonder how hard it would be for non-vet in IC. Especially because their battle level implementations suck ass.
I'm currently trying to travel to the campaign right now. It appears to be bugged because I made it my home campaign and it's like, switch to this home campaign. I was like, no, that's the only campaign that's here and it's my home. So I was going to test out the Soul Gem bit for you guys and let you know if it works.
I can do it. Just give me a minute.
Oh, no, I'm going to do it, Grace.
Okay then, God.
It's a race.
I know, but she's probably gonna win because I'm on sucky internet right now.
Anybody want to place
With
bets?
that attitude.